Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing some cleaning hacks with you. They're not new things, they're things that I've been doing for a while, but I thought I would put them all together and share them with you today. So my first hack is that I like to clean all of the little things that are removable from my oven. I like to pop it all into the bath. So what I do is I run a really hot bath. I put a towel in the bottom, I put in a scoop of washing powder and I crumple up a dishwasher tablet and I just dissolve that into the water, and I like to put my oven racks, any of my oven rings or the racks at the top of the oven. I put everything in the water and I just leave it all to soak. Now sometimes I do leave it overnight if it's really bad, but in this case I just left it in for 3 hours and actually that was fine, that was plenty. Now what I find is I still need to clean them, but the dirt just rubs off so easily. So I had a scourer, I'll just go over it and get any of the other bits off, and things that are really hard to clean off like the oven racks, the dirt just melts away. So this is also brilliant for things like if you've got barbecue racks, which can be horrible to clean. This works really well. As you know, I have got a shark hoover, which absolutely drives me crazy. I did do a review about my shark a while ago, and I find that because I haven't got an anti-wrap, the roller at the front gets clogged up with hair. That happens a lot. It means that I have the dreaded red light come on. So the hack that I use to get the hairs off quickly and get my hoover back working is that I use a seam ripper. So this is something that I have anyway in my sewing box. I just take the seam ripper, run it along the roller, and I can easily get the hairs or bits of string off it, and I can get my shark back working again. Talking of the shower, and particularly the shower door, I use a metal scourer to clean the glass and to get off all of the water droplets and the water marks that you can see. They come off really well with the metal scourer, and these are just literally cheap from Poundland. And I do use a spray. I often use pink stuff on the glass to get that off. And then to try to prolong it, really, to try to keep it clean, I use Rain-X, which is a water repellent that you can use for cars, car windows. So I started doing this a while ago. So I'll give it a really good clean, I'll dry it off, and then I'll apply the Rain-X. And what I've found is basically the water droplets do not stay on the glass, which means that you don't end up with those annoying watermarks. So it really does, even though it's another little step, it really saves you time, and it lasts for a few weeks before I need to do it again. Another thing that I do is after I've used my washing machine, I leave the door open. So it means that any smells, any water, everything seems to sort of evaporate off. I'll also do this and leave the drawer open, so the little dispenser drawer, I'll leave it open, and again, any water just evaporates off. I mean, my washing machine is in the garage, but if yours is in your kitchen area or something like that, you could just occasionally leave the door open and the drawer open overnight just to dry and evaporate off. Trust me, it really helps cut down those musty smells that you can have in your washing machine. Another thing that I like to do is make my vacuum cleaner smell better. Now I used to do this with my Henry Hoover, so I'd get a cotton wool pad, put some essential oil on it and put it into the Hoover bag, and it would just make the house smell really nice. But now I've got my shark, I do put it into the lift away container. So I'll take a cotton pad, pop some, I quite like putting lavender on there, or some vanilla, or both, they actually go quite nicely together, and I pop that into my shark, and it just makes quite a nice smell when I'm doing the hoovering. Another thing with the essential oil is that I can put some drops of essential oil in the toilet roll, and actually every time then you use your toilet roll, it creates quite a nice smell in the bathroom. I also do this in the kitchen, so I've got a really nice fresh essential oil which is like a linen smell, and I put that on the inside of the kitchen roll, and that makes a lovely smell in the kitchen. Another hack for me is that I use polish, a multi-polish spray on my kitchen doors. I've done this for years and I have found that it really cuts down on finger marks, and if any mess gets on there, it's so easy to clean off. So I just clean my kitchen doors and then I give them a spray with the polish and just give it a buff, and it really does work out. That I just find that the dust doesn't seem to attract to them, so that works really well. So this is something else I've been doing for a long time, and that is that I use a razor blade when I have some difficult things that I need to clean. For example, on my oven, like cleaning along the edge of the glass, if I go over with a razor blade, it's so dirty, and you can scrub it, but you wouldn't necessarily get it off. But with the razor blade, it really does work. And also I've got a natural stone floor, and sometimes just, even though I've cleaned, you know, I've mopped it, hoovered and mopped it, you can still have marks on it. And I just use the razor blade to gently scrape them off, and that works really well. Another thing that I do is I use pink stuff on my towel rails, so they can get a bit rusty and brown in places, and so I use a bit of pink stuff, which is like an abrasive paste, usually with a toothbrush, and I just scrub it on over the surface and give it a good buff afterwards, and it takes off those brown rusty stains. Another thing that I do is that I use WD-40 to get off any stickers or sticky residue. So WD-40 is like multi-purpose oil spray. Basically, I just spray it on, leave it for a few seconds, and then I just scrape the sticker off really easily. I have used this hack for years, and again, it works really well. Another thing that I do is that I hoover my blinds. So I put my dust attachment onto my Shark vacuum cleaner, and then I use it to hoover the blinds, and actually this works really well. I can easily then go over and give them a little bit of a polish with the multi-purpose spray that I like to use, but it's so quick and easy. My next cleaning hack is that I started using a drain cleaner, and this is something that I bought for £1 from the pound shop, but my goodness, does it make a huge difference. I literally put it into the plug hole, twist it around, and it is disgusting what comes out of the plug holes. So yeah, it's something that I do. I definitely recommend that you get hold of one of these. I can't remember what it was called. It was called like a sink rod or something. But if I can find it, I will link it down below for you. But it's honestly made such a difference, because, you know, when you've got long hair, and Emily with her long hair, it makes a real difference to be able to clean all that hair out of the bath and the plug holes. So my final hack is that I am a complete convert to washing, cleaning with brushes. Now, I did a whole video about different types of brushes that I clean with, and I really must emphasize, you know, that it really was life-changing to me to stop using scrubbing pads and scourers and things like that, and to start using brushes for my cleaning. So check out that video if you want to learn more about what I do to clean my house with brushes. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment and just let me know which is your favourite hack, or do you have another one that you could share with everybody? That would be really brilliant. Just leave it in the comments box below. If you are not a subscriber, then I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!